chosen few, aka the real bookworm. I'm not a bookworm, I'm the real bookworm. Make sure you get it right. And as always, world, may your name live on forever and may your memory never die. Hotel. Today, I got a special guest. I got the co-founder of the Nation of Liberation, King Yahshua Hannibal Amon the First, and he got some real powerful information that he want to release to the people. Y'all seen the title, The Uprising. I know y'all been watching the news. I know y'all see the marches. I know y'all see the protests. I know y'all see the armed militias. I know y'all see everything that's going on around the country. But what y'all need to do is y'all need to hear it from the perspective of somebody that's in the fight, somebody that's been in the fight, and somebody that knows how to tell truth from falsehood. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be giving the platform and I'm going to be giving the flow to my brother, my real brother, and my brother in arms, King Yahshua Hannibal Amon the First. And I'm going to let him give y'all some real need to know information about this uprising and where we need to go from here. So King Yahshua, take it away, fam. Hotel.
Hotep, Nuke Sultan, I'm Tunu Ra. So I see Michael Rousset Sultan. Hotep to the Nile Valley revolutionaries out there. I want to say shalom to my Hebrew revolutionaries out there. I want to say assalamu alaikum to my Islamic revolutionaries out there. Right now, we are in a very critical time in our historical presence here on the continent of North America. Right now, we see on the news what they are calling a race war and what they are calling Black Lives Matter versus what they are calling the Blue Lives Matter. But I wanted to get y'all a little bit deeper into this. What y'all really see going on out there is smoke and mirror. It hurts my heart to bring this to the attention of everybody, but today, what happened in Louisville, what happened in Kentucky with Miss Breonna Taylor, the march that they're having in Kentucky right now for Miss Breonna Taylor is sickening. And it's been on my mind for a minute. I have to bring this to the public. We know about the NFAC. What's that? NFCA? What's their names? NFAC?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
NFAC.
And I had some high hopes in what I was seeing for them brothers. But after I done did my research and I done looked into everything that's going on, it is smoke and mirror, brother. There is no black militia on the ground in these cities. What you have is COINTEL operations being ran. And I just want to get this out there to the people because everybody got to know that no one will be coming to your city to rescue you from any individuals. I want everybody to pay attention to something. It's very fishy to me how these black militias pop up in somebody else's city, but they never start in their own city. You see, I always liked how even with ministers, the ministers would always come out and denounce. If they in LA, they're gonna denounce somebody in New York, they're gonna denounce somebody in Atlanta, they're gonna denounce everybody all over the country but in LA. If they're in New York, every other city gonna get the waving of the hand. That's where the corruption is at. That's where the real racial issues is at. And I'm starting to see that with these black militias and definitely the NFAC. Brother Jam Master Jay, particularly, I'm having a serious problem with, brothers and sisters. Because as I dug deeper into what I'm seeing in this brother, I'm hearing a bunch of threats. And I wanted to see what was going to happen in Louisville, Kentucky today, bro. I really did want to see if, because Jam Master Jay said that last time he was in Louisville, when he popped up saying all eyes on Breonna Taylor, Jam Master Jay said that if they did not receive any answers from the police department, that they was going to go there and burn the city to the ground. First of all, that type of rhetoric, you can be arrested the next day if you say you're going to burn a city to the ground. That's terrorism. That's definitely a terroristic threat. You understand? Okay, so I sat back and I wanted to see what was going to happen when the NFSC touched down today. And guess who met them there today? A group called the Vikings. The old Vikings are still around, y'all. And the Boogaloo Boys. I want y'all to keep y'all ears open on these Boogaloo Boys because they was in Kenosha. They was in Kenosha, Wisconsin, y'all. Yes, young 17-year-old terrorist or white nationalist terrorist Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old who went and killed 2 unarmed Caucasian men. And that's why I want to also, I'm gonna put y'all keep in mind, they told y'all this a race war was going on. Okay, let me point that out to y'all. But anyway, the NFAC Jam Master Jay said that if he didn't get answers, they was gonna burn it down. There has been no answers given to anybody about Breonna Taylor. Let's get that understood. No one has gotten any answers. So today was the Kentucky Derby, and protesters said they wanted some answers. So the city was rising up, and the NFAC took it upon themselves to pop up down there with their weapons, hooping and hollering. And guess who met them there? The armed white nationalist militia. Now I want to take y'all back to July the 4th when Jam Master Jay was at Stone Mountain, Georgia. And when he was out there, he yelled, "Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Y'all said y'all was going to be here." Y'all, I want everybody to remember that the NFAC leader, Jam Master Jay, not the DJ Jam Master Jay, the NFAC leader. See, they try to throw you off. Always remember, they try to attach a name to another name so to throw you off. Some people don't know Jam Master Jay died. Some people say, what? Ron DMC DJ, he leading the militia? No, this is not him. But guess what? Jam Master Jay say he a DJ. COINTEL, brothers and sisters, is to throw some people off. They try to continue a pattern, and you will never even know that he say he a DJ. But anyway, I ain't heard none of his works. But let's get back to Stone Mountain, Georgia. Jam Master Jay said, "Where y'all at, white supremacists?" So it leads you to think, oh, if he ever run into him, he definitely gonna take care of him because he at their house looking for him. Remember that. Today he showed up in Louisville, Kentucky. They met him now, and they was letting everybody know they are there for him. Him. I scratch my head because guess what? I've been through something like this before. Remember, revolutionaries, when Carlton Smith was killed in Texas City in 2014 by Porky the Pig Ham, Officer Ham killed that brother in front of HT's, and then we had a protest in front of Texas City Police Department. I remember being there. Hey, y'all go get the book Big Game Hunting. I want people who've seen this to go on Amazon and get the book Big Game Hunting by Matthew Daniels. That book details this. When I met the white supremacists head on that day, they was yelling, "Oh, we just came for Cornell." And I'm like, no. This is my city. What you want to do? Later on, when I was breaking down the information and dissecting it when I was away from the public, I kept remembering, they ain't no white supremacists say they only want a Cornell. It looked the kind of stage, Big Game Hunting by Matthew Daniels. It breaks down this thing, this particular story I'm telling y'all. The white supremacists who had came to my city, and I let them know, this is my city. You ain't going to get Cornell X. I'm here. What you want to do? That is what the white supremacists did today in Kentucky. When grassroots revolutionaries from the city who don't give a damn, they're not in for the cameras, they'll slap you. Whether it's a camera, they'll slap you. Whether it's not a camera, you go get it. And they came to meet the white supremacists. The white supremacists kept yelling, no. We here for Jam Master Jay.
Yeah.
See, they came
hold on.
Jay.
Let me show something real quick.
Hotel.
Let me show something real quick. Okay, so just for everybody that's watching, in case you're not sure about what's going on. All right, can you see my screen?
Huh?
The news article?
No, I don't see no article.
It's still showing me?
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. We need to get this. Let's get this right. Let me see. Okay, hold on. I think I remember what I had to do. Give me just a second. All right. Y'all bear with me. Okay. Is it still showing me or is it showing the article?
Boy, you got a divine cat over there, boy. I got two. Oh, you got. It's still showing you.
You see that? You see that? All right. Is it still showing me?
It's still showing you.
Man, my screen share kind of.
What you was finna show him?
Hold on.
You was finna show him what was going on in Kentucky.
Yeah. I forgot to.
Have you heard of this brother? Have you heard of this brother, General Delta from Florida?
I might not be able to do it. General Delta, nuh-uh.
Okay, he been going on Morris TV. I want to give a shout out to Morris TV and that brother to Harker Bay. Taharka Bay Morris TV been really exposed in Jam Master Jay, bro. Now you know the reason.
He been on the cover. He
You
been
know
on the
I do
cover.
not. You know I do not throw my. I do not come out unless I'm out. And I'm willing to let Jam Master Jay is a fraud, bro. And I'm not playing no games. You will not lead my people the wrong way. The brother, his name is Delta General. He from Florida. Y'all look him up. This brother exposed Jam Master Jay. He really helped start that NFAC. It's a bunch of black little local militias, bro. And Jam Master Jay hijacked it and done some COINTEL type stuff. You feel me? And now he's trying to get some shine. And he's been exposed. I want people to understand this. This is what I'm trying to tell them about what happened today. This is what I'm trying to tell them about what happened today here in Kentucky. Bro, remember, Jam Master Jay position said, where y'all at? Where they at? Where they at? Remember? Where are they? Like him and his militia was looking. You know what? I want to make sure I say this to the decent brothers and sisters within the NFAC who did not know no better, got led astray. Humbly, remove yourself from that faction. Jam Master Jay is going down, and I don't want y'all to be thrown into Guantanamo Bay with him because of the National Defense Authorization Act. They can pick y'all up. They don't tell your family where you went to tell you nothing. You have already announced terrorism. Jam Master Jay has said he will go door to door shooting black people and all that type of nonsense. But anyway, let me get back to today in Kentucky. He did nothing. I seen one video. Well, they're gonna show you some video of people they act like they deep down there, whatever. I seen people from down there saying, "We don't want you. Get away from here." Boo! To him, I seen regular revolutionaries run up on the Boogaloo Boys and the Vikings saying, "Hey, what do y'all want to do? We not scared of y'all." And they like, "No, we here for Jay." Let me tell y'all something. Militia men around the country have been attacking other white people. This is late breaking news I'm giving y'all. All around the country, they saying, see, Black Lives Matter is just, and I hate to say this, billions have been raised and nothing has been given out to the community. Black Lives Matter has been hijacked from the beginning, and nowadays it's just everywhere doing everything that has nothing to do with the grassroots movement of land restoration and reparations for our people. That's what we're talking about. And you can't vote. You can't vote about that. Let me tell you that right now. No people has ever received anything in the history as far as being a nation. They never marched their way to nothing unless they was marching to the battlefield to get. You can't march your way and no leader is gonna say, "Here, I'm gonna humbly give you something." That is not how it happened. I need to pick up a book. The real book. I need to get with the real bookworm and order some books. But Jam Master Jay, he did nothing today, and he keep on linking himself back to the Panthers. Oh, the revolutionaries is here to bust that bubble. Y'all thought the Panthers just hooped and hollered on TV? Huh? What Panthers? Now Huey P. them. Huey P. Newton was in prison. When I say free Huey, for shooting and killing a police officer and getting shot. You understand that? Plenty Panthers dead. Shout out to our revolutionary sister, Ashada Shakur, who is in Cuba still to this day, living freely. And the revolutionary broke her out. When they tried to capture her, the police captured her and took her to jail. Police officers was killed on that scene. Fred Hampton in Chicago, R.I.P. the legendary Fred Hampton, he was assassinated. Let me tell you, the Panthers was shooting it out with these people. Police officers had to shoot to kill the Panthers. You ain't no Panther party if ain't no bullets been fired in the line of duty. That's the first thing. Don't link yourself to Huey. Quit calling. You ain't no Malcolm X. No, I have yet to see white people in Malcolm X's face yelling, hollering. I have yet to see a video where they go in and say they want to lynch Malcolm. You see, that's one thing we didn't get to see. The first time you see Malcolm, actually, something happened to him. He was on the ground dead. That's so these people are trying to link themselves to our heroes, and they're not putting that type of work in. You don't put on no black and put on. Let me tell you something. Anyway, I want to stay on page because it just pissed me off. But I'm gonna let y'all know something. The NFAC is not here to protect us. Do not call them to your city to do nothing because they will give your information over to the feds. I don't give a damn. They can march into my city and get hurt.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick.
Come on.
So, was Grandmaster Jay actually in Kentucky, or were there just some NFAC members?
No, he was there. He was there. He showed up. What he did was he okay, NFAC. I want NFAC. I want people to understand this because there's a lot of people laughing and joking. NFAC, if all these white militias out there, y'all think that's our muscle? You damn you fool you. That's not nothing. They're not who you gonna have to deal with when you get to playing with us the wrong way. You can't win any urban combat in our cities. We run the urban areas. I'm gonna let you know that. This comes from a military tactician. You can have the farms. You can have the mountains. You can have it all you want. All the urban cities, the large population cities, where the natural gases and all that shit, we will control that. You can't win that. You barely can, you're running back. And y'all know where all these troops coming from. Look at Trump on the news talking about he's bringing troops from Iraq. He's bringing troops home from Afghanistan. What y'all think them troops is doing? What y'all think they're doing? They on our streets now.
So wait, so there was actual um um militia members in Grandmaster Jay's face, asking him what he want to do, saying
No,
that they are there for him.
okay.
How did he respond?
Oh,
Like,
no,
what
no,
did
no,
he
no,
say?
no, no. You won't see any militiamen to him because he got out of there before they could confront him properly. This is what you're gonna be seeing on TV is smoke and mirror, but we got the information. The information is out because we seen some videos from the people. Grandmaster Jay, the only one going live. The white boys was going live stream. Notice the NFAC will not go live, bro. They shooting Hollywood productions. They ain't gonna go live. The white militias went live, so you can see them getting confronted by brothers live. You feel me? By themselves. No NFAC brothers. What you want to do? And the white boys like, no, we want Jay. You feel me? So, and then you can see Jay later on hitting out some way, giving little speeches but he tried to, you see what Jay wanted you, well, I want y'all to understand something about the Black Panther Party and Malcolm. Malcolm X never went to anybody protest and was a shy show till they protest. The Black Panther Party never went to no protest and was part of them. When they went, it was them and the people was with them. You see, Grandmaster Jay is trying to latch on to something that was already going on, but I want to let people know. So Grandmaster Jay, no, you're not gonna see him getting people yelling at him because they made sure that he got out of there and him and his people was positioned away from the fury of the angry crowd. But the mob is in Kentucky, hollering they want him, and he is in Kentucky too, and in the same locations. You feel me? So what I'm saying is I have Grandmaster Jay July 4th yelling, where they at Stone Mountain. I'm in your house, where they at? Though some white militia responded today, here we are. Here we are. You understand? So what I'm trying to show people is what they want y'all, what they trying to do is they're trying to say this is the biggest, the best militia. And then when you show that it's some popcorn frauds and busters, they can laugh at you. And then you be like, oh man, what can we really do if this is our best? No, that's not our best. I mean, I can go round up some young street punks right now. We'll wipe them out in 30 days, in 30 nights. Because they don't have the heart. See, they went out there with them guns to the ground. See, they keep telling y'all you got to do proper military tactics to actually be trained, and you got to march yourself in the battle the way they want you to and get wiped out. March perfectly and with your arms down, and they can snipe it right for you. No, no, no. We ought to never let them see a real formation of urban combat. The first time they see it, it's going to be live and on TV. That's how you have to. Don't show them how you march. They're going to strategize and they're going to analyze you. That's what's going on right now. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying for the first time in our liberation struggle live on TV, we have a white militia in the same city as so-called the black militia, and the white militia saying, punks, what y'all want to do? We'll fuck y'all up, y'all some busters. Excuse my language. I'm telling y'all, we haven't yet never seen that with the Black Panther Party. You have never seen that with you have never seen that with Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam. I even got to get a Nation of Islam their credit on that. I've never seen white militia show up at Nation of Islam and talk tough and tell them that they'll slap them around or do whatever they want to. And this is for brothers and sisters out there in the NFAC who want to say, well, brother, what are you doing? What have you done? Go get the book Big Game Hunting by Matthew Daniels on AmazonBooks.com. Yes, we got some product for you. And it's going to let you know what all we done. We're not talking all the time. Talk is cheap, brother. We come from the soil with this, but I want to talk to the people out there. So, what happened in Louisville, Kentucky today is a farce, meaning it's fake and it's fraud. No more protesting. People, know what? If you want to go out and hoop and holler for things, do what you have to do. But I'm trying to tell you right now, y'all, the protesters all over the country, protesters are getting attacked. And a few of them are getting killed by radical white supremacists. who coming driving cars into these protests. They shoot them. Now let's take a little look. I want to step back to what happened to my brother Jacob Blake in Wisconsin when he was shot 7 times in the back by the race soldiers. Those cowards. And then this is the thing, I'm gonna get to that. Y'all see online? This is a message to everybody in Galveston County, my area. Y'all online, your white supremacist lovers and white supremacists talking tough, being real bold, being real disrespectful. I'm gonna let y'all know something. What happens in these other cities and these other states is out of my hands until I can link up with some of them, bro. But I can damn sure assure you, you will not be pulling any of that nonsense down here in Galveston County. We will deal with you, and every single last one of y'all, we're making a list. We check. Like, if you got some problem with the copper colored people, the people that they're calling African Americans, the people that they're calling black, whatever they want to call it, the indigenous people of this land and every land on every continent on this planet. If y'all got a problem with us, you're gonna deal with me, the Nation of Liberation. We will deal with you. You know, I know y'all some cowards. How y'all gonna protect? I'm gonna protect my family. I gotta go get all these guns. Boy, you ain't never protected nothing. You ain't never done nothing. You coward. I know you from. That's why I'm trying to deal with my county, because I know you cowards. I know y'all not gonna do nothing. I know you like to talk tough online about what y'all gonna do to people and when you're gonna do it. You're gonna burn this and burn that, and niggas shouldn't have these niggas, and you like to be so racist. We're gonna deal with you. We're gonna make it hard for you to breathe in our community. No more coming in and out of our community to pretend like you with us. No, you're not. You racist Klan member. You're white supremacist. You're not with us. I'm finna be 40 years old in December. Anybody I went to school with, you know damn well you will never be nowhere around me playing racist. You won't be nowhere around anybody I know playing racist neither in Galveston County. We're gonna deal with you. I don't know what's gonna happen in these other cities. I'm gonna stand tall for mine. Texas City, Texas, stand up. Galveston County, stand up. Lamar, Galveston, Hitchcock, Wicked City. I want to make sure that they understand, because I've been waiting to say this. Online, y'all being very racist in Galveston County. Y'all acting like everything that go on all around the country is a big game. The Nation Liberating is letting y'all know y'all are in deep shit. Excuse my language. Y'all in deep trouble. If you try to be a white supremacist in Galveston County, we will deal with you. No more having fun. No more games. No more just coming out and party. Do not think you're going to come in our community and traffic and trade and barter system. That's done. You're in danger. Because you're speaking your heart online, and we're finding out what you're all about. But I'm getting back to this. Listen, I want to read a little quote from Lyndon Baines Johnson. This is what he said about white people. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than a black colored man, he won't notice you picking his pocket. Hell, he'll give you someone to look. Hell, give him someone to look down on, and he'll empty his own pocket. That's what's going on right now to y'all. I want to specifically talk to some of the so-called white militias, white nationalists. Yes, y'all deserve some land. Yes, y'all even deserve to be amongst your own people. Yes, you even deserve not to mix the races, as you say. You're illiterate. You don't even know what race you're talking about, but I'm going to give you that. I'm just going to let you say there's a thing called white. You deserve a lot. We're going to give you that. What you're not going to do is tell another society how to live. You won't tell us how to live. You see, what these brothers and sisters don't understand is a big trick happened to our people in the 60s. And I got to speak on this once again. What happened with Malcolm and Martin Luther King was very pivotal for societies all over the globe. Because what they want, the integration play of, you know what, you no longer need your own, just come in and let's come together. You don't want to integrate into capitalism, because that's big fish take. That's big fish swallow little fish. That's if you can't swim, you drown in the currents. And when you at the bottom of the food chain, which our people have been since we have been prisoners of war. Once again, we were prisoners of war. We're gonna be discussing this later on in another topic about this slavery thing. But we was prisoners of war. Our land has been taken from us. We need land restoration. But when you come from the bottom, you can't be saying, "Hey, this clean slate. Hey, everybody open for business." No, you need your own business. So what happened in the 60s? We totally wiped out our own businesses, got swallowed up. And that happened all around the country, because we went all around the nation. When they integrated in America, they integrated around the world. Y'all need to look into that. So to the white militias, I think that y'all are being led astray because I want to once again tell y'all that you can't win anything. Not a war in an urban environment. I'm a military tactician. I've been studying you. Anytime you had in your urban war, you lose. Because it is. You lose all around the world. You've been losing here. I want everybody to know something. The United States has never been settled. It has been a war of liberation going on ever since the colonizers, the invaders came to this continent. They have been warring with us ever since they got here, pretending that we came from somewhere else. A small number of us, majority of us was already here. And they enslaved our people. They've been enslaving our people. I want y'all to pay attention to who keep fighting back. If this land belonged to the so-called Native Americans, those pale-faced $5 Indians that's on those reservations, why you telling me that's Geronimo, that's Sitting Bull, that's Crazy Horse? We never hear about them getting shot down. They the fighters. The only people that we see getting shot down by the police and getting every decade, we just keep fighting is us, our copper colored people, the people that they call the Black African American. We are the only people in history who have been steady fighting. They want you to you never laid down, but they want you to think that you have. And that's why I want to get to a few more things I want to talk to y'all about. Is this current uprising is so serious because 2020 everybody is getting woke and people are starting to study a little more and people are starting, have enough of religion. And I've been saying this, that it's time for a religion of revolution. I want to start praying to the deities of liberation. I want, because, okay, I want somebody to name me out of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, which one of those have actually freed their people from captivity, from bondage? You see? Who can actually say, I can call on to my religious denomination or sect, and that has prevented my enemy from defeating me? Can we say that can the Christians say that? That Christianity, that they've been ever called on Jesus, they've been ever called on had a Catholic, the Mother Mary. Can Christians say they've been able to call on, use their doctrine, their book to ward off the invaders? You can go out through history and see when the Mongols, the Arabs came and invaded their lands. Can Islam say that Muhammad, the prophet, peace be upon him? So that is not a joke. Can they say that he has kept them safe? Because in this time, I can actually say all I see is Islamic nations begging Israel and the United States not to bomb them. They were, for real, mighty nations like Iran, always talking about what they're going to do. And I'm steady waiting about they're going to get it, and the United States slap them again. So no, I cannot say Islam has held up. India, that's a Hindu Buddhist nation. Okay, we still have one left, 1 billion people. Can we say that they are being protected by Hinduism? When I'm a historian and I know what the British did to them, he humiliated them and had them work for them for so long. Buddha didn't protect them. So what I'm trying to find out is who is actually able to dig deeper into them. Right now, we know Israel, the land of so-called Jewish people, they're right now in Jerusalem. They're saying that they are the people of the book. And they have nuclear weapons, and they always call on the United States to help them when something going on over there. So I'm going to take a critical analysis to say, you know what? I don't think that they really believe Jehovah going to be there, amen. I think that if some bombs fly, I don't really think they're going to pray about it. I think they're going to hop on that phone and call the United States. So you know what? In the critical situation, I think that you really have more faith in the United States than you have in Yahweh. See, what I'm trying to tell you is it's time for a new religion then. We could pray to a religion of liberation. Who is being liberated? So we have to go into our history and dig this out. But okay, I'm talking about these militant groups out here. Can you really trust them? Which one of them has brought you some? Because I've been really searching. The Nation of Liberation really been searching. And I have yet to find one who was willing to put it on the line, because most militant groups, most religious groups have tax write-offs. And you know, if they get too feisty, they lose that tax write-off. Most of these religious organizations, the reason, you know, right now you see a lot of preachers, they not stepping up to the plate. Why we don't hear a lot of these big ministers? Because they will lose their tax write-off if they get too radical. They can't be pointing the finger at Uncle Sam. This is true. So we've got to understand that in times like this, can we be trusting who these religious institutions tell us to trust? We're behind the almighty dollar. They're willing to say anything. We're in a peculiar situation here. We need new political system. We need new education system. We need a new financial system, new religious system. We have got to have new structures set up for the so-called black man right here on the continent known as North America. We have no friends. We have to deal with one another. And I want to let y'all also know this. We're not all one people that's copper color or so-called black that's here in America. That's not true. We're many nations and many tribes. That's why we have so much warring going on between each other right now. We've never been on one accord. We always have to form a confederacy and come together and unite and then move forward. We had different chiefs, tribal kings, and we had different what they took and called parliament, the Senate. We had different type of structures, governmental structures. We have to break back down because we cannot trust everything that another man says fall away from us. Right now, I should be listening to no disrespect for what somebody has to say in California, New York, or the Midwest, Chicago. Respect to those brothers. But I'm in Texas. We have got to deal with a different governments, a different codes, different laws for the tribe of Texas. Now we can come together with the other brothers and sisters on the coastal and in like the Midwest, and then unite on some revolutionary stuff. But we can't let those things govern us. See, we have to have a different code, you know. So the political parties, the Democrat, Republican, right now, every time I see on TV, they somebody getting shot down, they tell you, go out, it's the time to vote. We're gonna have to vote. We're gonna have to vote. Get Trump out of there. Like nobody got shot down until Trump got there. When Trump got there, that's when all hell broke loose. That's how they tricking you. That's how they tricking you. They trying to pretend that Trump is the reason all of this is happening. Trump brought all of this foolishness to bear. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. We are wise enough to know we've never known a day where it was racist. Barack Obama was racist. I got to get back and see, but you got to stop thinking. I keep getting teach y'all we're not all one people. I keep telling you, there's many different tribes here on this continent. With many different kings, many different chiefs, many different noble dignitaries. Well, I mean, Obama is for Obama. And I want y'all to look into a little information I've been digging up on Obama. I want y'all to look into this. That his stepfather, that mother is married, that was from Indonesia, was a general, was the third richest man in Indonesia, and left trust funds for old Barry Soto. Oh, Barry. That's what his real name, Barry. He didn't go by, he only went by Barack when it was time to fool us. That's when he put on that black face and sung Amazing Grace and stuff like that. When he wasn't around here, you remember the white supremacists always say, he's Islamic, he's Islamic, he's Islamic. He went to the madrasas. They wasn't lying. The brother was Islamic. He had been in the madrasas, you know, in Indonesia. And Barack Obama didn't come from no meager, humble beginnings. Barack Obama been rich his whole life, millionaire. One of the richest presidents to ever sit in the White House. There's way more money than it come from trust funds from his father from Indonesia. Just check it out. But what I'm trying to get back to y'all is, don't let them trick y'all and think that when you vote Democrat, all the racism will disappear. Poof. Oh, happy day. No, we're dealing with a more systematic version of oppression. So, like I was just telling the Caucasians, that you got to listen to what's going on here. There is no race war. It is a war between righteousness and people that's unrighteous, the right and wrong, the historical battle, or what they say is good versus evil. That's what's going on right now. And when you look into society, that's when you look on the battle lines. How can you say it's a race war when you have on one side a plethora of colors and you have on another side was so-called Europeans? You have a war of ideas that's been going on since you came back into contact with extremists. So we have
Hey,
to
let me ask you a quick question. I want to cut
come
you
on.
off. Why do you think they're trying to promote this idea of a race war then? Because if you watch some things in the media and if you see stuff that's posted on social media sites, you
Uh-huh.
can see that they're trying to push this idea about a race war. Can you talk to the people for a minute about why they're trying to illustrate it like that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look, it all got to do with finances. It's all about uh profiteering, plundering. This is what it's all about. You have got to have everybody at each other's throat while they finish looting and bringing down this continent that's called America. America, well, on North America, but America in general. If everybody sit back and take a breath for a second and analyze that you have never had a decade without a war going on. You have never had a president who has not went and invaded another country. You have never had a time of peace. You have always had somebody to point the finger at. I'll get back to you. I'm going to read this quote from Lyndon Johnson, the president. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're digging in his pocket. Hell, give him someone to look down on. He will empty his pocket for you. That's what Lyndon Baines Johnson was saying to white people that they so-called called trailer park trash. He's saying you got to give them somebody to look down on, somebody to blame, so they won't be looking at us picking their pockets. Bingo. You get them to look your way. Then you go to the black people, and all you bombard them with is you're getting gunned down behind racism. The reason you poor is because it's racist. The reason you locked up is because it's racist. The reason you ain't getting no job is because it's racist. The reason you steady bombard a person with let them know this the reason that they're in the position they're in because that guy over there. Then what you think they're gonna look at? They're gonna be looking at that guy over there. They gotta keep the white man don't get to have a chance to sit back and say, hold on, man, my parents been fighting for people who are poor whites just look back and say, well, damn, when my people gonna get a break? If you have poor black people look back and say, damn, when my people gonna get a break? You have never gonna get no break because rich people will not give you one. Why would they ever give you one when all you want to do is have something to believe in anyway? Why would they care about how you feel when you're not even, you really don't want to go to them and ask no serious questions anyway? Right now, we have kids being kidnapped all over the globe, all over the world. We have child trafficking going on. That's a very serious situation. And every time you bring it up, they say it's a conspiracy. So, what that tells me is we're not really here to focus on actual situations because what we're here to actually be directed into the situation that they will feel that we need to be pointed into. You are being led astray. That's because you have become followers and you are no longer a leader. You no longer have your own vision. So I'm trying to tell you there is no race war when a lot of the Europeans are out here killing one another. See, they tell y'all Black Lives Matter protesters was doing this, that, and third. But if you take a look at the videos, you're going to see a bunch of Caucasians. And nobody's paying attention. So then the black people get mad because they say, well, the people coming out there, two Black Lives Matter people got shot. If a black person ain't read no magazine, black person ain't looked at no social media posts, they ain't give a damn about no news. You thinking, oh, two black people got killed last night? No, because they just threw Black Lives Matter out there to bait you in. Because they know you're not going to take the time to really dig deep because have not been taking the time to find out who you are, where you came from, how long you've been here, who your people is. You don't give a damn about none of that. You letting them tell you what to listen to, what to eat, when to go, when to come. That's the real problem. So, no, it's not a race war. The war is particularly about right and wrong, good versus evil, man. It's about principles. It's going back to the times when everybody was supposed to have something and nobody was going hungry, nobody was without. That's what the battle is all about. It's about dignity. It's about you not better than me. It's about I got a right to exist. I got a right to be. I got a right to go and come as I please. I got a right for you not to ask me where I'm going and where I'm coming from or where have I been traveling. We have got to stop submitting to the authority of people who have none. They have told y'all that they are kings. They have told y'all that they are presidents, governors, and then they say that you voted them in. Many of y'all say, I've never voted before. Why the hell are you looking at them in that way? They have taken over land. They have claimed land. It was a time when nobody got to claim land. You got to go back to that when the land was open. It was plenty. Then they would come back and say, well, man, this land never belonged to nobody. No, you supposed to go have you a seat and build you something. You can go there and say, well, you know what? I don't want to build a house. I want to build a shopping mall. Well, I don't need a cottage. I want to build me a apartment complex for myself. You don't see, you no longer have, it's never enough. You're not dealing with enough. See, and that's particularly where we at right now. And if you don't pay attention to what's going on, you're going to get sucked right into World War III, and you're going to have to help your oppressor oppress somebody else to keep the other people off your ass. Instead of you doing everything you can to liberate your goddamn own self from your oppressor, stop being a part of society you do not want to have anything to do with. You do not have to go along with it. This is what we are here. This is what we are saying from city to city, to state to state. That's how you start. We're no longer going to be saying we're going to link up with Chicago, New York, California. That's a confederacy. That's when the Confederate come together, and you have councils and things of that nature often. But that's behind closed doors. Right now, you just do your city, you do your county, and you don't worry about that. You don't let people come in because that's when you will be COINTELPROPTED. That's when they will sneak people in to lie, send y'all on false missions that you don't need to be worried about. You do have to do it for yourself. No one is coming to save you. Do not be looking for these black militias. Deal with the races in your county. We already talked about it. Go on your social media sites. You see what they saying. You see who they are. Zero tolerance for these actions. You do not have to let individuals pretend that they somebody that they not, and then come in your face. So back to the question, brother, that you asked me about why was they stirring this pretend race war? It's all economic, like I say. It's all about the continued looting of this land. Because I want to let somebody know something. They're not even almost through stealing from this continent. The United States is a baby nation. That's why other nations that's actually why Iran and Japan and these nations laugh at the U.S. because they are 2,000-3,000 years old, and the United States is 200 years old. You understand what I'm saying? They know they don't have the knowledge. The U.S. always needs some help. You see, the U.S. always complains somebody's stealing. I want to bring it. You see, Russia 3 weeks ago, Russia say they came up with a vaccine for the COVID. And then you seen that? And then in the newspaper, I seen United States, and Fox News, they say, well, the Russians have been trying to hack some of the United States information. If they're hacking your information, why the hell you don't have a vaccine for the COVID? If they're stealing your stuff now. See, it's always China. It's everybody always stealing from the U.S. But when you go and you look into the history of the U.S., they the thieves. They never invent nothing. They copyright infringe. They claim everything. They the ones who shoot, man. They are right now in the South China Sea, I'm gonna say it again, the South China Sea telling China they have the right for freedom of navigation. They all in China telling China, hey man, we got the right to be sailing on your shores. They all in Iran in what's called the Suez Canal. That's by Iran. No, the Suez Canal, not by Iran. The one by Iran. Oh, well, it's another Gulf Street waterway by Iran where they're doing a lot of their oil shipping. That they come to me. It's by Iran and Oman, in the state of Oman, and the U.S. is all through there. And they said we got the freedom of navigation. All Venezuela, Cuba, North Korea. They bump it, North Korea. They all on the shores of North Korea saying, hey, we got the right. Huh? Then Donald Trump just say he got the Space Force. Him and China getting into it. Hey, Donald Trump said, I got the right to be flying around space. You see, it is nowhere that the United States, you crowd next space. Now, this is what I was talking to the white supremacists about earlier on here. When I told them they got every right to exist, have land. They got every right to say, you know what, we just want to marry amongst each other. We don't want no black, Asians, Mexicans, or nobody else marrying our women. They got a right to say that. What you don't got every right is to go to other people's places and tell them what to do. You have no right to go liberate Libya by killing their leader. You have no right to go to Iraq and liberate the Iraqis by killing Saddam. You cannot you've been trying to liberate Cuba for so long that Fidel, he just died of old age. 50 years y'all tried to liberate the people. Now you in Venezuela talking about they need to be liberated. Everybody, you see, they want to help every country, but I want you to go back to those countries and say, how did that help go? It is no success stories with the U.S. I want to tell you a sad story. Deacon Smith died this week, right?
Yeah.
Deacon Smith died. And you know what helped him, what pushed him over the edge, RIPD? Agent Orange. The Agent Orange from Vietnam, that's what pushed him over the edge right now. The chemical
Oh
poison.
yeah.
Yes. So I want everybody to understand what I'm saying here. The United States always talking about chemical weapons. They're gonna kill you if you try to drop any chemical weapons on your people. These people was spraying the Vietnamese people so much with chemical weapons that a lot of their own soldiers got sick and got cancer. And was sick for decades and they're just dying off because of what the United States did in Vietnam. The United States is the greatest purveyor of violence, like Dr. King said. So I want everybody to understand, yes, it will be revolution because it's time. But the problem everybody understand is there's plenty of room for everybody in this continent. You go through the plains of a lot of these states, and ain't nobody around nowhere. But they tell you it's not enough room because they got y'all all living on top of each other. If you really want to be amongst yourself, then go be amongst yourself. But what you will not be able to do is tell everybody how to live anymore, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, why they're gonna do it. The time is over. That's not gonna happen anymore. And that is cranking up this fever of revolution in this country, which is good, but it's been trying to be hijacked, which you won't be able to because a lot of people are smart like myself and it's genuine in these different cities, and they're gonna do their thing regardless of what anybody says. No one's gonna lead them into anything. So these political parties like the Democrats and the Republicans, you can't trust them. They're not never gonna be for you. They corrupt. Every time they put somebody in front of you, that person is a war criminal. We have never had a president who do not deserve to be incarcerated. We have never had a president who wasn't bloodthirsty. We have never had a president who wasn't a dealer in drugs. You have never seen a president who is not a pervert. You won't get that. Because they know you don't care about that. All you give a damn about is what that person gonna do for me. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's not called democracy. It's called dictatorship. If you just worried about what your dictator is gonna do for you, then you're not for democracy. So what everybody gotta be prepared for is revolution. in your own city. When we looking across the other state, you think about what's going to happen in another country. You can unite and build a confederacy, but you don't be expecting anybody to come save you out. You are best prepared to deal with your community. No one else. There is no religious institution that's going to save you or your community. You're going to say, this is not a religious matter. Revolution is not a religious matter. Hotel.
Yeah, hotel. But I think that's a real good point because I agree with what you said at the beginning. People should obviously you got the right to believe religiously and spiritually how you choose. But what you pointed out was it was a fact that nobody's God has ever come and saved them. You know what I mean? Nobody's God has ever come and saved them. So at some point you have to understand you can believe what you want to believe. That's
Hotel.
fine. Whatever your religion is, that's your religion. Whatever your spirituality is, that's your spirituality. But until you understand that you're responsible for yourself, right? You have to feed yourself. If I don't get up and go get food, I'll starve to death. There's people starving to death all over the planet right now. You know, when those bullets are flying, sometimes innocent babies get hit. No God comes out the sky to take the bullet for them.
Talk
So
about it.
sometimes people they honestly, bro, I think it's because one, they don't know what to do. They feel helpless, they feel powerless, and so to avoid feeling that, they convince themselves that if they pray hard enough to their deity, then that is in essence them doing something, and they're not helpless and they're not powerless. Because if I pray hard enough to my God, then I'm doing something. If I pray hard enough for food, it's the equivalent of getting up and going out to get the food. And that's not a shot at anybody's religion. I mean, you just got to look at our history right here. You think none of those people that was enslaved, you think they didn't pray? You think they didn't ask God to end that?
Come on
You
now.
think the people when they were on that boat during the transatlantic slave trade, you think they didn't pray to their deities? They was praying to the African gods. They was praying to Ogun, Shango,
Yeah.
right? They,
Yeah.
they, they were doing voodoo, right?
Yep.
They were talking to their priests. Some of them were already Christians. They was praying to Jesus. A lot of them were already Islamicized. They were already Islamic from the trans-Saharan slave trade. They were praying to Allah, and none of that stopped it. None of that stopped it. It's like you look out into nature and you see a lion chasing a gazelle, right? Now you know in your heart of hearts that it doesn't matter if that gazelle prays. If that gazelle doesn't run hard enough and fast enough, the lion is going to eat him. It's just the reality that you live in. You understand that. And if somebody told you, you know what, the gazelle needs to stop running and pray, you would look at them like they were crazy. So human beings thinking that they can pray themselves out of a situation, man, that it don't work like that. Look at this COVID-19. You had all of those religions, and I'm not bashing religious leaders. I just want you to think. Look at this COVID-19. You have all of these people pretending that they are protected and covered by the blood of Jesus.
Yeah.
And then you got these people pretending that they can pray you with that. And then when, like you said once before, COVID-19 was their time to shine.
Oh
It
yeah.
was your time to shine, baby.
Oh yeah. You the minister, ain't you?
Yeah, it was
You
your
got
time
direct
to
line. You
shine.
got direct line with the man.
You see, and then when you looked into the news and you did see some pastors and religious leaders trying to stand on their faith and say that they're not worried about the COVID-19, you see those same religious leaders dying from
Dying.
COVID-19.
Yes.
You
They
gotta open
churches.
up your eyes, man.
Whole congregations
God,
get
go ahead.
sick. Whole congregations get sick. You see? These, you know, the COVID did not just expose the religious leaders. It really exposed how the government system, how they're telling you it's set up, it's set up to fail because, like I keep telling you, throughout society, throughout history, you may have big empires, but like I say, the city state was your real government. You're not supposed to be worried about Washington. You're supposed to be making sure you get into your, like I was saying, we're supposed to get to our local mayors and then going to see the governor. And that, it can't be too much chain of command. I don't need to go talk to Abraham and then see if Abraham can holler at Moses and then see if Moses is going to get with David and then maybe David going to talk to Daniel and maybe Daniel can. That's too far to get to Jesus. I got to be able to get straight to Jesus and then get this thing done. You see? So the government system was set up to fail to where they is telling you, well, I can't help you because the man up there ain't giving me nothing. You go to the mayor, what's up, man? The government. You go to the government, what's happening, man? Go to federal government. Well, the Supreme Court not really in our favor. It's a Ponzi scheme. You see what I'm saying? If I go to the Supreme Court, they're gonna tell you, hey man, look, man, the emperor has no clothes. The Wizard of Oz. Who is that behind the curtain? That's what y'all have got to understand. So COVID exposed, they ain't got enough money, they ain't got enough material, they ain't got enough nothing because they steady looting the treasury of this place. The billionaires, the richest men in America, the ones you think the richest, all of them, Bill Gates, Jeff Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, all of these bozos and all of these Jewish guys. And I have no problem with the so-called Anunnaki Jews. I have no problem with it. But all these guys, the richest billionaires in America during COVID, they increased their wealth by over 20 billion, 30 billion, 50 billion a piece. You see what I'm saying? So the COVID, it destroyed, it showed that it's the little guy not never gonna win if you believing in the big guy. The big guy is always coming out and telling you, hey man, it's gonna rain, only a couple of people gonna live. That's what they told you during COVID. That's what they're trying to say you doing Noah. That's what Noah happened. Noah said, oh, a couple of people gonna survive this flood. COVID is coming through to wipe all of y'all out. They telling you right now, oh, some people gonna die. And then they tell you, well, people are not dying of COVID, they dying of this. So really, you don't know what's going on. But really, yes, I know what's going on. You putting your faith into your enemy anyway. People talking, man, I ain't taking the vaccine. You're not. But you steady having to drink the water. We steady having to eat the food. You see what I'm saying? So the real problem is serious business. I used to laugh at Elijah Muhammad when Elijah Muhammad said, we got to separate. Because I always thought it was a scam. I didn't understand. There's plenty of land on this continent, in what's called America. There's plenty of land, bro. We don't have to be all up on each other like this. There's plenty of land. It's plenty, and like I keep telling people, because this is the problem. People are like, well, dang. And I want to tell you this too. They keep putting out false census reports. They keep for 100 million years they've been telling us it's 30 million black people here. We never grow. We never lose 2 or 3. It's always talking about 30 million of us. We stay the same 13% of the population. These is false numbers too. I'm gonna let y'all know this. These is trying to fool y'all. But every time you go somewhere, it's more blacks than anybody else. You're like, damn, what? We look deep around here. They've been fooling y'all, man. Making you think that it's more than them us. But I ain't gonna get on that. But okay, what I'm trying to say is, it's plenty of land. But when I get back to we tribal, meaning we never been all one people. Some of us are trying to force some people to go along with us who, if they go back 1,000, 2,000 years, their family never been with ours. You trying to unite people to your tribe. We have 1,000-year blood feud. Before we even ever knew the Caucasian, we didn't like these guys. And some people have this knowledge. Some of these boule Negroes, they know exactly who is who. That's why some things fall into place. Nobody, and I'm starting to think nobody happens to get rich. I'm thinking they look at birth certificates. I'm for real. I'm thinking some people, some of these rappers, I'm thinking because you think that's a crappy rap. Who cares? That maybe it's people with boule and they trying to force the money on them. Like, like that, how this nigga said Oprah. You don't know who Oprah people was because you think, what did Oprah do to get her billions? What is is she Big Meech? Man, what did Oprah do to get $1 billion? No, for real. How many jump shots did she? I know what Michael Jordan did. I know that nigga sold some shoes. What did Oprah do? Nobody bought that many books.
Man, all I really remember is she was a talk show. I remember she was a talk show host back in the day. And she was in what, The Color Purple. She did a couple movies. But you're right though. Like, where did all that wealth go? How did she get so popular?
How you get so popular? And they told us today Tyler Perry is a billionaire.
He a billionaire now?
They say his crappy movie empire or those bullcomb movies. And people say, "Oh, come on, don't get down on the black man." I just told you it's a 1,000-year fuse. Don't you tell me who to feud with. House nigga, shoe shiner.
They say Kanye a billionaire too.
Huh? Who?
Kanye
West. Listen, who really making them crappy beats? I'm trying to tell you, Dr. Dre. I'm trying to tell you see something about some of these Negroes. It's like nothing. They can't fail. They can't fail. There's nothing they can do. LeBron James. It's just something about that nigga. He was supposed to meant to be this type of dude.
Yeah.
They pushing some people along. Some people, it's some serious business. It's like these officers also, they got a list of who to shoot. I ain't never seen a popular, when a congressperson nephew gonna get shot. How are they always missing the actors' sons? I always thought, man, I gotta tell my son how to don't play the music too loud. Nigga, they ain't never killed none of y'all sons. Stop playing with us, the police. Stop it. It's something sinister going on in society here. People say, we get into some conspiracy theories. You gotta dig deep in conspiracy sometimes to get the damn truth. That's where the truth lies. The truth lies deep down. You know?
Because what they do is every 50 years or so, they release documents that validate what the conspiracy was 50 years prior to that.
Yeah.
They always do it. At one point, it was a conspiracy theory that the government had put crack into the hoods. Then they came out and admitted it.
It was a theory. It was a conspiracy theory that they was poisoning black boys and all that. Then the
Tuskegee experiments with the syphilis
came out. So they validated later on, like what you said. But what I was getting at, I'm trying to tell these people, it's some sinister stuff going on here, and I gotta touch this. I want to make sure everybody saw what happened in the NBA. You see, the NBA had went on a boycott for a day when Jacob Blake got shot. They say, you know what, we ain't gonna play.
Yeah, I saw that.
And everybody said, "Oh, this might be big because they gonna hit the corporations for millions of dollars." And man, you talked about this before. Nobody can say, man, nobody can say, hey, man, they gotta work for their kids and they gotta make sure their lights stay on. What kind of lights they got? What they stay in a football stadium?
Yeah, they said for life.
Man, they gotta feed my kids. They ain't LeBron. What your kids eat caviar for lunch and dinner?
You're already multi-millionaire, man.
But okay, so the next day it came out that Michael Jordan, pay attention, and Barack Obama had talked to the athletes, and the athletes stopped their protest and said, you know what, we're gonna go back out there and play.
I seen that. That Barack came out and told them to play.
The white supremacists made sure they put it in everybody's face that Barack Obama steered them niggas back onto the court. Because that's what we made sure he in line to do that because they look up to him. Let me show y'all something. And I went on to my Twitter page and I went on to my social media page and I told everybody, Barack Obama is the type of house nigga who would have told Muhammad Ali, hey, don't protest the Vietnam War. Go to Vietnam and, protest your Americanism. He wouldn't have told Ali to not to fight. You feel me? Ali said, hell with the money. I got to stand like a man. They didn't do, it's racism here in America. That's what LeBron then was trying to do. And Michael Jordan, that historic shoe shiner, he come out And he told them they should play. And then Barack Obama also told them they should play. People got to understand what's going on here, man. That is treason to our people. Barack Obama is a bootleg corporate house nigga. Nobody should be looking up to him. He did nothing for our people ever. I don't care who really for him. He fooled them. He didn't do nothing for him. And now when we got to protest, them niggas should not be out there shooting basketball and dunking the ball right now. They would do anything for money. That's prostitution. No, for real. That's prostitution. No, any amount. They gonna go out there and dunk. Nigga talking about no justice, no peace. Nigga talking shoot some shots. They talking about Black Lives Matter on their shirts. Nigga, shut up. Every day another brother get killed. And they got just hit another 3-pointer.
Like it's all sweet.
Like it's all good. And then I'm gonna tell you this too. I hear all these Olympic gold medal, all-star shoe shining basketball, football, and baseball players talking about they've been donating all over the world, right? Ain't nothing getting better. Who the hell is getting the money? They talking about, I'm donating to my organization. Who the hell is these people organizations, man?
What are these organizations doing?
We gotta look at, because I want everybody to call up every one of these organizations like I'm doing and say, hey, could you donate? I promise you, they're not gonna give you no money, never, none of them. You feel me? None of them.
Call them and tell them you're having trouble paying your light bill. See what they do.
It's ridiculous. So what we gotta understand is, man, these basketball players and football players, this is what Malcolm X said. Malcolm X said you should not be looking to no entertainer for no motherfucking liberation, no nothing like that. That's what Malcolm said. He was talking about Dick Gregory. He talking about Dick Gregory too. R.I.P. to Baba Gregory. I ain't got no problem with Dick Gregory. But Malcolm X had already said, Dick Gregory, you should not be going to Dick Gregory for no revolutionary information. He an entertainer. He gonna entertain you. I ain't looking for LeBron James for no liberation. What I need, because LeBron James keep on with that old robotic nonsense talking about vote. Get out to vote. That is, vote? Are we voting on reparations and restoration? You can't be talking about, he keep talking, when we get Biden in there. Jim Crow Joe? This man wanted segregation. This man actually said, if you mix black and white kids, it's going to be a jungle. That came out of his mouth. And Jim Crow Joe.
Jim Crow Joe?
Jim Crow Joe. That's that dude name, man. He is for Jim Crow. He don't like black people. They didn't put him on. He did not run with Barack Obama to help the black vote. Barack had that. They needed some of the racist vote. They needed some racist white people to ride Barack Obama, and Jim Crow Joe will get you that. Jim Crow Joe, he don't like black people. So now they saying if we get Jim Crow Joe in there, things gonna be better. I'm telling people that's a lie. That's not. But we don't care who in there now. It's a revolution is on the line. We don't care who in there. We want our money. We're gonna start from city to city, state to state. The Nation of Liberation is uniting with the brothers and sisters in Texas and all around. But we gonna make sure our city and county is locked down. In other states, we're not playing with them. Our mayor, our city halls, our chief of police, our commissioners, they're gonna be in trouble. I don't have time to be digging too deep anymore into the different counties and different states. Well, I'll be keeping my eye on them, but we're gonna bring a lot of attention to this county. Because there's a lot of racists online who talking a lot of that bull coin, threatening people and laughing at everything going on around the world. That stuff been making me hot. And I've been making shots. I've been saying to myself, well, I'm going to give Galveston County a bunch of attention. And if you're a racist in Galveston County, you're going to get hell from me. And you might not survive this war of liberation. Because I don't mind going for liberation. Since you talking tough, you better not mind going. And that go from the top to the bottom. Everybody can feel themselves into there. No, it's no administration, it's no name, it's no badge, it's no, if you were dirty, crooked, no good, racist. I want to also tell the people, you see they say the FBI has said that white supremacists have infiltrated the police departments all over America. They haven't gave the information on how deep the infiltration has went. They just told us they in there. Be careful. In Los Angeles, you have a gang. Right now that they are investigating in the Los Angeles Sheriff Department, you have a gang, a white supremacist gang that hunt black people. And the only way you can get your tattoo is after you kill a black man. And they've been getting investigated, but now people on to him because they just not killed a black man live. He shot him in the back about 20 times just the other day. And and one of the deputies came out, a Mexican came out and told the truth and said, "Man, this is a gang and this is what they're doing." I'm here to tell everybody that's how every police department. They're all criminals and gang members. And people say, "Well, there's some good cops." Out of 1,000,000 good cops in America, it may be 30, give or take, 10. I know, for real, because then next time you see the good cops arrest the bad cops, and don't tell me about the times when they forced to. When the last time you seen some decent cops bust these officers? Look it up. Thousands of officers have been arrested for drug trafficking. Thousands of officers have been arrested for sex abuse. Thousands of officers have been arrested for burglary. Thousands of officers have been arrested for murder. Thousands of officers have been arrested for murder for hire. Thousands of officers have been arrested for any crime you can think of. Thousands. So I tell you something, a few bad apples. When the good apples gonna arrest the bad apples? And this is very important. I was just thinking about this the other day. I do not have any faith in the police department's officers who pay to analyze individuals, to do a psychology analyzation on somebody, and give them a critical overlook at the individuals, look into him. I don't have any faith in them looking into somebody's file and a doctor that's supposed to be a police officer like they have on all these shows, and he's the smart guy who analyzes a person. Because I want you to pay attention. If any officer who is getting paid saying that he can analyze people and he can tell from the crime and analysis about what type of individual may have committed the crime, even if he don't know the individual, he can put the pieces together. If they so cold, why they cannot never pick out the bad apples before the people commit these crimes? The people is in the building with you. Why can't you analyze the individual and say, hey, this guy here, he's moving like an individual who would do A or B or C? If you are actually trained to do that, you went to school to do this. Because that's all a sham and a scam, and they not analyzing nothing. They just putting crimes on people. Majority of crimes are solved, 99.9% of crimes are solved by people telling on people, not by police doing no hard law enforcement work. Law enforcement was started as slave catchers to catch the indentured servants. That's what law enforcement started. Law enforcement wasn't started so they can make sure that all the citizens are okay, make sure all the citizens are not being preyed upon by society. Law enforcement was started to protect property. That's what law enforcement started to do. Protect the rich. And to murder if they have to. And brutalize anybody who get in the way. So that's what law enforcement was created to do. Hotel. But yeah, man, it just basically we can't be sitting around worrying about anybody doing anything for us beside ourselves. Right here in Galveston County, I want to particularly say that the Nation of Liberation will be going from city to city, linking up with young brothers and sisters, analyzing them and sitting down with them and making sure their background is thorough. And we're going to be building our own, rebuilding the nation and making sure that Galveston County is prepared to deal with the white supremacist extremists that we have in this county, because there is plenty. There's not a few, it's plenty. Look online. And they talking real tough. And they talking about how armed they are. And they think that they're real, I'm going to protect mine at all costs.
Hey, how about you? If the people want to contact you, you'll give them some of your social media information, so if people want to reach out to you, they can.
If they want to get in touch with me, they can go on Twitter. They can go to King Y Cup Figure. That's Twitter. King Y Cup Figure on Twitter. And they can go to K Yahshua on Instagram. That's K Yahshua on Instagram. And Minister of Defense 9@gmail.com. And no. We'll get back to something later. But that's basically the information they come get with the Minister of Defense and really see what's going on. as we deal with particularly Galveston County. But we're gonna be linking up with everybody. But it's time to make sure we bring some light to Galveston County.
Yeah,
Hotel.
and I wanna let y'all know that he's not just talking, right? The same way that he's advising everybody to do what they can in their own area against the corrupt police and the corrupt politicians and any corrupt institutions. This is the exact same thing that we have already been doing. If any of y'all watch my videos, y'all see I always promote the books that I write. The latest book that I've written is called Big Game Hunting. Big Game
Yeah.
Hunting by Matthew Daniels. Now, this is a true story about how me and my brother, and this is my real brother. I'm not just saying that colloquially, like my brother. This is my real brother. And what this story is about is how we took on the corrupt police and the corrupt political power structure in our area, and how we went big game hunting and we put the heads of several prominent people on our wall. So it's not just lip service. This book right here proves and documents the fight that we have been in and the successes that we have achieved, and it documents the individuals whose heads we have placed on the wall. I give you the emails, the newspaper articles, pictures. I give you police reports. I give you court documents about lawsuits that the police department face, and it's all in this book. And not only is it a true story about how we did what he's trying to tell you to do in your area, it also can be used as a blueprint, because sometimes people want to get in the fight, but they don't know how. They don't know how to go about it. Their minds don't really operate like that. So you need someone to break down step by step how they did it, so you can recreate the process in your own realm, in your own city, in your own county, in your own town. So big game hunting is a true story. We tell you how we did it,
We did
but
it,
we
man.
also give you the blueprint on how you can do it as well. So you can go to Amazon.com and you can get this book right here, either in paperback form or ebook form, right?
Get that
Or
book.
you can go to BarnesandNobles.com and you can get this as well. I don't think the ebook version is on Barnes and Nobles, but you can get it on Amazon.com. And while I'm saying that, I am one of the most prolific writers in my area. I also want you guys to
Hotel.
check out Suicide Note by Matthew Daniels. I wrote this one as well, but this is a fiction novel. I want you guys to go to Amazon.com. I want y'all to get a copy of this as well. And a third novel of mine, Thicker Than Water, right? Thicker Than Water. This is another fiction novel by Matthew Daniels. I want you guys to get this as well. This is also available on BarnesandNobles.com. So King
That's what
Yahshua,
we
you
do. I'm
wanna
gonna
say
wrap it up.
anything else to him in
Nah,
closing,
I'm gonna
or
wrap it
what?
up. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up with this here. I appreciate you and Pooh for letting me on the platform, brother. I want to thank the brothers and sisters who will be viewing this, and I want to let y'all know. Contact me and this brother, because we want to link up. We're gonna come sit down with you. We will be getting some liberation. A lot of people want to know, what do that mean? That means everything you think in your mind and much, much more. It's plenty of resources still available for us. Get that big game hunting. My brother Matthew Daniels on Amazon.com. Support the revolution. We're gonna be serving y'all revolution for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I done told y'all that. You getting a slice of that revolution. And also, for all you counter revolutionaries out there, I have to squeeze this in. You will not be hijacking any revolutionary movement. You will be getting dealt with because I'm checking y'all out. Jam Master Jake, Scam Master Jake. You have crossed my radar. And what you did today in the name of revolution was humiliating and embarrassing. And I hope somebody within the NFAC do something honorable real soon, brother. Real soon. I cannot say something that's gonna get this video took down, but they need to do something real honorable real soon. And to the gang members out there all around the country, lay down your arms. Stop attacking your brothers. We have to stand united right now. Starting right here in Galveston County, we're gonna denounce all that gang banging, and we're gonna come together as one If you are OG, all you have to do is talk to your little homies. Talk to them. Let them know why they have got to stop and denounce the ill-advised warfare that's been going on, because the lit that they have is false anyway. And all it was done is divide and conquer. All it's going to do is by claiming them false games, you're going to get terrorist status. You're going to get set off when you go to jail. You're going to miss your family, and you're going to die over nothing. So I'm trying to tell you, we got to denounce them games. We got to link up and try. Call yourself what you want. Just don't be no gang members. Let's come together. Let's have unity amongst one another. Galveston County gonna be one of the first counties where you're gonna hear across the county, they ain't no gang members down there no more. Them brothers is on it. Them brothers tribal, and they coming together. They don't even want to see, they revolutionary. They don't even want to see any no gang member nonsense down there, because they know that's COINTEL. They know what that's anti-revolutionary. That's pulling you back into slavery. You can't be hating your brother behind no color. You didn't come up with the color, and most of you didn't come up with the information that you claim anyway. You don't know any of the leaders. You don't know the founder. You don't know when it was started. You don't know who hijacked it. Nobody probably didn't give it to you. You probably been gang banging because Snoop Dogg of the game said so. Shut up. But anyway, we got to have some real revolution. I'm gonna be getting. I don't think out too much right now, but Hotel. Revolution continues. Revolution is a way of life. Hotel.
And appreciate you coming on. We're gonna
No
definitely
problem.
keep bringing you back. And now that we got this system set up where we can do these live streams, we're gonna definitely do more of these so we can start getting this information out there to the people.
Hotel.
So thank everybody for watching. Again, get that big game hunting. Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com. You want to see how we actually did it. It's a true story. It's all fact, no fiction. There's a lot of people out there faking. There's a lot of people out there pretending to be doing work in their community,
They
right?
ain't doing it. They ain't doing it.
We're not faking. We've actually went up against the power structure in our hometown, and we can teach you guys how to do it. So just reach out to us. So once again, this your brother Matthew Daniels, aka Ampu, aka the Chosen Few, aka the Real Bookworm. I'm not a bookworm, world. I'm the real bookworm. Make sure you get it right. And as always, may your name live on forever, and may your memory never die. Hotel, peace. I'm out.